2D. I'm getting so much goosebumps. I'm getting massive goosebumps. This looks like Zelda, Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler is one of the best things ever made, man. I'm getting my whole body, my whole ass standing, guys.
Safekeeping is all that protects humanity's soul
I guess it's both 2D and oh my god, even
together,
I know he needs a Zelda game. Oh my god,
the kingdom's protection into the great wide world.
You even have your own Navi. This
During
is
your journey,
she's an improved Navi. She said they can do shit. They can actually do something.
Can
oh my god.
them at the same time.
You know, it's my wild
You'll
arms.
find that she launches on Nintendo
I'm so excited. This
next
will
year.
be the best game I've seen this year.
After today's presentation, a debut demo
I am
will
definitely
be
gonna play this
available.
demo.
And there will
So I'm freaking out, guys. I'm freaking out. I just got home from work and I saw this trailer stuff. I'm gonna react to it. And this is like what could be the best thing I've seen in a while, man. So just very briefly, right? I'm a massive fan. Octopath Traveler, right? 1 and 2. 2 I gave it 10 out of 10. Links below my review. I have the edition right of that, Dragon Strategy, and all those games like whatever. You can overload, all sorts of scores. I got all the collector editions and all the side stuff and all that, right? I love these games, right? I love these remakes. I love how they retain this like 2.5D graphics, right? This game here looks to be the Zelda version, right? Where you can overload the course of Ogre Battle. Obviously, Octopath Traveler is like Final Fantasy, right? Or rather, Saga, I suppose. And of course, Dragon Strategy was FFT and Pass Ogre, right? This game seems to be like the Zelda version at 2.5D. And I feel immediately this is probably the game I am excited for next again now. This will be a demo coming out tonight. We're excited, but this is straight up Zelda, right? Like Zelda, Octopath Traveler. And we're also going to go into the Octopath Traveler Zero as well. So they're both just announced right now, and I am incredibly excited. Octopath Traveler is coming out end of this year, and this game probably likely come out beginning of next year. And these are going to be two of the best games I think in a while, man. It's amazing. Let's check out the Elliot trailer. This is really interesting. You know, I love Octopath Traveler. Trying to have but this is right for me. It's like a Zelda Traveler.
Centuries. From here,
I'm gonna do a minute, guys.
Heroes set out on a journey of hope.
2.5D graphics.
Square Enix presents a brand new action RPG brought to life in HD 2D.
I'm getting so much goosebumps. I'm getting massive goosebumps. This looks like Zelda, Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler is one of the best things ever made, man. I'm getting my whole body, my whole ass standing, guys.
Safekeeping is all that protects humanity's soul.
I guess it's both 2D and I guess it's both. Sometimes it seems to be like 2D flat, right?
Discovered in
and
the
other times
wilds
it's Zelda, I guess.
beyond the castle walls. An adventurer, Elliot, leaves the kingdom to investigate.
Facing danger is
I'm freaking out, guys. This should be the best
side is a fairy named Faye.
Oh my god, even
together,
I know he needs a Zelda game. Oh my god,
the kingdom's protection into the great wide world.
You even have your own Navi.
During your journey, you'll come face to face with all sorts of foes.
It's so beautiful. I'm
in
freaking out.
battle, study your opponent's moves carefully and find opportunities to strike.
So this is
fight with swords for quick and well-balanced strikes. Bows and arrows to target enemies from afar. Chains and sickles to swing and pull enemies closer, and more. There are 7 weapon types in total, but that's not all. You can also strengthen your weapons by equipping different combinations of magicite. Try out all sorts of variations to find the playstyle that works for you.
This might have to be more complicated than advanced Zelda, an actual talent systems and weapons.
Your fairy companion, Faye, can also attack
she can fight too?
And pick up items.
She's actually useful.
You can control
she's an improved Navi. She said they can do shit. They can actually do something.
Can control them at the same time.
You know, it's my wild
You'll
arms.
find that she's very helpful on your adventure.
The rap and what else?
Join Elliot and Faye on a grand journey that, unknown to them, will span 1,000 years. The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales launches on Nintendo
I'm so excited.
This
will be the best game I've seen this year.
After today's presentation, a debut demo will be available. And there will be an upcoming survey to gather player feedback.
Absolutely. But first of all, but let's go over it a bit then, right? Saw the reaction, I got freaking excited. Oh, this game looks fantastic. I've loved all of these games they have made, right? From Square Enix. It's been one of the best games. But first and foremost, I think this is here interesting. I mentioned earlier during the reaction part, but I think that this seems to be a 2D flat thing, right? Like an actual just moving, you know, not in typical Zelda fashion, but I guess Zelda 2 then I suppose. So the game probably will swap between these things, right? Have you played, for example, Octopath Traveler? It does the same thing there sometimes. No, in that game, obviously the fights are typical, you know, I'll say mini games, turn-based JRPG fights, right? But when you're moving around, sometimes in that game, it isn't that typical overview, right? Like Zelda. But sometimes it becomes this thing from a flat side. So I think the game is going to go back and forth. You know, it's a 2.5D game. So sometimes I think the game will be like this. And some more times it will be the typical Zelda feel, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if it even like a few boss battles probably be like this, like more like a Mega Man or a Castlevania fight then, right? Where some of your weapons and magic will probably be better, of course, for these situations. Now, I don't think it's gonna be like half 50%, right? But I think that maybe, let's say 10 bosses, maybe 2 of them would be like this, right? And then it's like maybe now the secret weapon is really good and so on. So that could be really promising. Otherwise, you know, it's typical Zelda, right? You have your life, you have your typical running around, right? Enemies and so on. Yeah, you know, I think this here very interesting as well. So as I mentioned earlier, Octopath Traveler has, I think, a very good job system. It's obviously like Final Fantasy 3 and 5 and so on, right? Job system. Just improved. Every character has like their own base job, but then they can combine with the other base jobs. They also have, I think it's 4 secret jobs, right, in the second game, but whatever. So you can have different combos and you can pick so on, right? So it's quite like complicated to be like a really competent party in that game. So I think this might be really good here if you take that Zelda bit right, make it a little more RPGing. You know, Zelda also be kind of light on RPG elements. This seems to be kind of like you have different skill sets. 25 up there, so you can probably have points, right? And you can have to, like, you know, oh, I want to have these 3 and these 2, whatever. So you have some kind of builds. So I think that looks really good, actually. I like this a lot. Yeah, they're gonna have this fits like Zelda, but they're adding a bunch of, like, you know, more typical like a role-playing game system to it. Then you have 7 different weapons, so I guess you also have different points per weapon, and you can probably swap weapon too, right? I would be surprised in this game if you can't also swap weapons during the fights, but you probably have maybe you can't swap to every weapon, but maybe you can have like 2 or 3 weapons per fight, right? This in here, and say you have 7 different weapons. This is the chain weapon then, right? Seems to be obviously similar to the typical hook in Zelda. And so I guess you can probably swap weapon. To the left over there, you can see they have 2 different symbols. You have the bow and the sickle. So I'm guessing you have 2 different weapons. It's a bit like a Souls feel to it, right? Like you have 2 weapons, you can swap back and forth. And then you have your per build per weapon. So you can probably imagine that you have, you know, like 7 different weapons, different combinations of weapons, different settings. Maybe it's like if I hit them with the bow, then the chain gets stronger and so on. So I think it sounds really, really promising. It also have more interesting element systems to it and combination of weapons and so forth, right? So I'm very, very... And then of course you have your common, you know, boss battles, right? Again, like a Zelda fight. This is, I guess 2 twins, something like that, right, together. What do you guys think? For me, this looks amazing. This looks like, I mean, again, who's like Zelda, Octopath Traveler 2, right? A mixture of those 2 games. This looks like one of the best games coming out next year. And given that they have a demo then, apparently ready today, maybe tomorrow then, depending on your time zone or whatever, right? I would assume that this game probably will arrive, early next year, right? Probably, if the playable demo. It also could be worth playing them as well, because in the previous game they have done like this, the demo would also carry over, right? So, well, yeah, overall I think it's a great strategy, right? From a business standpoint, it's a great strategy. If you had like a 3-hour demo, you could play them for 3 hours, right? And all your levels and items have been carried over to when the main game was released. Remember Sega 2 had the same thing last year. You could play the game for like a lot, I think like 4 hours of Sega 2. And then you can, you know, get over to the real game, which means that you can experience the full game, right? And then you also, you know, you want to buy the game and so on if you like it. So yeah, it's a great system. But again, probably means that the game will be out soon then, right? So probably early next year, right? For that matter, side note, another game you also have your ferry, right? It's Beta 4 last year. In that game, you have like an 8-hour demo. That game is so, yeah, that game had the whole first dungeon in demo, man. You can play the game for like a few days before you get to the demos, and that is crazy in that game. But yeah, you also have a ferry, and last, let's say that thing, right? good how the fairy actually seemingly does something. She's just flying next to you, being like, hey, listen. She also picks up item for you, okay, a little more useful. Okay, there's also Octopath Traveler 0
there was
coming
nothing.
out.
Everything began with the birth of Orsa,
Elliot is
mother of all. She created our world, the land of Orstera.
So it is like a pre-sequel then? It's called 0, yeah. 0, that's what I was thinking. Well, man, I gotta go to PS well, I'll be allowed to travel, so...
Are you heading out on your journey? Yes, I suppose the time is right. You're finally ready.
We've come to join your little lighting ceremony.
You have a death wish?
Wish me the I wish I could see everyone here laughing and smiling just one more time. Are you going to...
Oh my god, it's like a billion thing! Oh no! It's gonna get me so much hours in your city! So you better fire something! Oh my god! That is David's typical,
Witness a tale of beginnings that unfolds across Orstera.
Oh my god, there's so many characters! What's happening? But yeah, it's like, right, it's more than 8 characters? Oh my god, this and Elliot, man. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. It's coming this year too?
Is available on December 4th,
oh my god, it's coming in the end of this year? Okay, so Octopath Traveler here tends to be a little less probably focused on the storyline per character. So in this game is that you make your own character, right? And we see later that you have a huge amount of characters. So I'm guessing like all of the party members are who you made them yourself, right? So here first you make your character, right? Typical. Here, this in here, right? It's like 40 playable characters. So in this game you seemingly have made all of them yourself, right? So I think it's gonna be a great game, but it's gonna go away, I guess, from how the first 2 games, right, have like each 8 different characters, different storylines. Here instead it's like you make your own character and you combine them and so on. So you have a lot of more characters because you seem you're playing a bunch of characters. You can see over here, right, you have the 8 playable character in your party plus each dot, right? So I think you're playing more like a Suikoden thing. We have like 100 playable characters. So they seem to go for different things, and also the town thing, right? Because you call it a journey of restoration, and you have like a complete, you're building a town, right? I mean, this game is gonna be crazy though. I'm gonna be crazy for this game. It seems to combine, like Octopath Traveler, right, with something like maybe Stardew Valley or something, Harvest Moon, right? So this game, I'm gonna go to this game, and yeah, you're building houses, you have to collect wood, and you can hire them. So it's seeming going much more into, again, right, like some kind of town gathering game where you have over 100 playable characters, and they have one is a blacksmith, one is whatever, right, a farmer and so on, and they're getting resources. So even though it seems to be less focused on like the typical story bits of Octopath Traveler, I love this game too. I'm a huge Suikoden fan. I'm freaking out, man. This and Elliot, this looks really great. Yeah, this is fantastic. So what do you guys think? I think this is Jesus Christ, man. These are some of my 2, oh god, all of my favorite Switch games have been these games basically, right? Like Remastered Sega, Octopath Traveler, Unicorn Overlord, all these like, go back to basic, right? Hard level gameplay. And yeah, this Elliot game, it looks really amazing, right? It looks like a Zelda return to form, as one would say. But except that, right, I think that Octopath Traveler going into, as I mentioned, right, the Suikoden route more rather, right? Or Breath of Fire 3 perhaps, or you are that whole town, Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, whatever, like building your city, right? Recruiting people, running some kind of, whatever, stores system. That can be really good, right? Because I think so far, these stuff from Enix have been so good at like taking these classic old good mechanics, right, from the 90s mostly, and really like polishing them, right? So I would be really interested in seeing not only in the Zelda bit, but also what I'm gonna do with that like town building stuff, right? I feel I'm gonna be addicted to having my perfect city, in Octopath Traveler. But this game I will say I'm more interested though, Elliot thing, yeah. I mean, Octopath Traveler 3 is gonna be amazing as well, right, of course. But this thing, oh my god, it is fantastic. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment below, guys. Subscribe, like button. And yeah, tell me the demo what you think so on it. So you guys have a great day.